Cool. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Germany and respect to 1 hour sessions in a row, respect to the whole audience. I'll try to make this an exciting and inspiring talk. And yeah, I'm the guy who's between you and the lunch break. So we'll dive in. Um, the agenda for today is I'd like to give you a short introduction about myself and then um, yeah, as an example, I chose the automotive industry for the more complexity this industry is facing and give you an overview of how AI is tackling businesses all around the world. And then I would like to discuss and share some thoughts how the viable system model could or might help in this situation. And I'm really looking forward to discuss your thoughts and answer perhaps some of your questions at the end. Um, I'm Jan. I'm a partner with a consulting company called MHP. I just prepared 2 slides to give you a brief overview about this company, but today it's not the marketing event. Um, I'm I started applying the viable system model to industry problems in 2009, and I ended my PhD thesis in 2012, and it was built around the viable system model. I tackled the question how to manage life cycle orientated innovation systems better with the viable system model. After that, I started in the automotive industry, and now I've been with MHP for 13 years, doing a lot of projects, organizational development projects, innovation projects in the automotive and manufacturing industry. 2 facts about MHP, we are around about 4,500 employees with worldwide offices. We are also in the UK, and coming from a strong IT background, we are now deep in all the digitalization, mobility, and manufacturing stuff, just to let you know. So what's the world about we are facing right now? We have all to find our way through a brittle, anxious, and linear and incomprehensible world. The acronym is called Barney World. This is an acronym after the VUCA world, and we face perhaps the ultimate age of complexity, limits of growth, and it's a very strong shift on the customer side. What's really a big problem for a lot of companies. So the most important trends or changing factors are something like energy crisis, deglobalization, trade wars, and so on. I assume you're deeper in some of these fields than myself. So just to give you an overview, not going into the details, and some future thinker managed this 20, 30 years ago, but we are in it. We are in the age of limits of growth, and we have to face that we won't see an unlimited growth in front of us. And additional to this, there are a lot of emerging trends which all the business leaders have to tackle and to deal with, and one of these is AI. And more than ever today, the business world and the management has to focus on 3 things: maintaining the stability of the operative business, thinking about what is my future business about, ensuring that the company can grow and do this within the boundaries of sustainability. And for the next, I would say 5 to 7 minutes, I want to take you with me on a road what's about the automotive industry and why, especially there, is a big change, and why is this a field where the rise of AI is hitting very impressively, and why I think that applying cybernetics and viable system model insights could help. So we see perhaps there is a car guy or car women in the auditorium, and we see the biggest change in automotive ever. Yeah, the product evolves from an analog product to a digital product, from a product you once built and then sell to an updatable product, and the future of cars will be digital. And there is a buzzword like software-defined vehicle. And what this is about, it's about, yeah, building a product which fits into the digital life space of the customer. And this is highly complex. Yeah, I won't go into the details, but just want to give you an overview how in the field of automotive, the complexity in the environment and within the companies is exponentially increasing. The whole automotive industry has to change their way to build the cars and to structure the product in the field of software and hardware. And there is a huge change inside the enterprises. And also on the customer side, we see software-driven business models, the rise of Web 3.0, augmented and virtual reality. And this is not only hitting the automotive industry, I would say this hits the whole industry. It's not important in which industry you are. You have to face that your product will become digital, and that you have to tackle a lot of changes within your company, and a huge change on the customer sales and market side. And additional to this, we see a lot more need to tackle the field of security and of course sustainability. So what's the big landscape in the automotive world? Traditional players are behind, and some new kids on the block are on the rise, and therefore we see something like this in the news. And I would say it's time for new thinking and new models, new attempts to build better organizations. And on top of this, the game changer AI is coming. And in the automotive industry in the past, it was about building a cool hardware product and a good engine and so on. Yeah, then it was about bringing in the right software and the digital part, and now it's about becoming an AI native organization or company. If you want to go deeper in this field, just make a screenshot of this QR code. We did a very detailed white paper about AI, just from a brief overview. Looking back, I would say we see the next fundamental platform shift. Yeah, you know better than me all the eras we went through as mankind, and a lot of experts say generative AI is a new electricity. And it will be a new form of infrastructure being everywhere available in our society, and will be everywhere within the organizations. And I would say we are right at the beginning, and I don't see so many companies yet who are on a company-wide way to tackle these situations. just to go a little bit into the complexity of AI and what's going on there, we have to face some different layers. You need some chips, you need the infrastructure, you need the foundation models that the AI is able to provide benefits, and then the applications. And the one inside, you have to train your AI, and then it's called the inference. That's how you use the AI. And there are a lot of players in this field. And this is only automotive. And it's not only about the products we use every day who will be augmented by AI or driven by AI. You see this on the right-hand side. It's especially how will AI tackle the organizations and perhaps change or won't change or enhance or scale or will drive the organizations with more efficiency from the whole process side. And this is on the left-hand side of this chart. So if Gen AI is the next major platform shift, and if it is like a general purpose technology, then one could argue that decades ago, when electricity started, everyone only thought about illumination. That were the first thoughts about, hey, there is a new technology, and we will be able to light all of our houses. Today we know electricity was much, much more than only illumination. It was about household applications, electric vehicles, new form of entertainment and communications, a major increase of benefits in the healthcare and commercial use, new form of public infrastructure, and so on. It increases productivity, increasing efficiency and lower costs. And nowadays, a lot of people think AI is only about chatbots, but AI is and will be much, much more. It's about generative AI, agentic AI, and bringing AI to the edge, physical AI. And we will see as it's today a lot of change, new form of content creation, new robotics, autonomous driving, new form of leadership is needed. A lot of change in terms of work efficiency, how we interact, and new forms of, we call it agentic services, on the rise. And there is a lot of money in this market. And this perhaps one of the main charts of this talk. I try to invite you to see really AI, and we are just at the beginning, will be the next general purpose technology, will be a new form of infrastructure everywhere in our society, everywhere in our companies, everywhere in our lives. Enterprise AI, what does this mean? That here are some examples just to show you that a lot of different companies are using and implementing AI. I won't go in every detail. It's everywhere on the rise, and it's mainly about increasing productivity with a huge impact in dollars or euros. So in the field of software engineering, customer operations, R&D, marketing, sales, there are a lot of benefits which are possible to make real with the right use of AI. The problem right now is that it's really complicated for the industry to make money with AI. So on the one hand side, everyone has to think about how to use AI, but there is no willingness on the customer side to pay for it. So this is the next kind of pressure on the industry. And to sum it up, what do we see? What do I think is happening right now? We see the following. Every organization has to make their homework on two axles. On the one hand side, you see it on the below on this chart on the X axle, it's about changing the how of the job to be done of the process. So coming from a paper-driven or PowerPoint and Excel-driven process world, a lot of companies implemented software systems, and they have now chosen to shift or make the next shift on from the process view to a AI-driven company. This is about tech and so on. But in this era we are living in this fast changing environment, and the new demands from the customer side and the new possibilities from a tech perspective, the companies also have to change from a hardware or silo-defined company to a software-defined company. What does this mean? This means to think about the what of the job to be done. What is it for? What is my purpose and my mindset as an organization? And most of the organization have to manage the shift to become an AI native organization, and therefore you need better or other organizational capabilities, new form of operating your business, and a new form of thinking. And a lot of companies spend millions and billions of money to do this. Here, some examples of how much money is going into enhancing their products with AI. And to sum it up, AI is here to stay and has already entered the organizations. In tackling these implementation tasks for AI, most of the companies focus on use cases. I would say it's more about building a new form of organizations with the capability of scaling AI at the center. And last chart for the perspective on AI, just to give you an overview of the complexity of AI within an organization. On the left-hand side, the different layers of what you have to do on your product side in terms of AI, and on the right-hand side, what's necessary in the enterprise, in the field of the enterprise itself. So these are some examples for what to do from a company perspective to make the next step. Yeah, prioritize AI investment, embrace vertical integration, another form of governance, being able to shift from a competitor orientated mindset to a collaborative orientated mindset, and address talents in a new way. And perhaps using the viable system model could be an answer. And I think closing the gap between what should companies do and what they are really doing, the VSM could provide some answers. And as I mentioned, I'm applying the viable system model for now more than 15 years to problems in different industries. And just to look on the history of the viable system model, my view, I would say there was the first phase of kind of foundation, with a lot of respect from the academically world, and in the beginning always valued as really far ahead of its time, but not with a wide distribution in the minds of business leaders. Then the phase of really specialized applications. I would say rise of interest in complexity theory within the society, and we saw some really valuable edge cases applying the viable system model. And then in the era of turbulence since 2008, I would say there is kind of a rediscovery of cybernetics, of the viable system model over the industries, but still not many business leaders who are aware of the viable system model or nevertheless know any details about it. So I rarely met someone in the business world who was familiar with the viable system model or knew how to apply it to a business problem, or how to apply it to set up the next step for their organizations. And my hope is that the viable system model, and perhaps with us as the fans of the viable system model, the AI age will be the age of the viable system model, because I would say in this era of complexity and faster and faster changing environment, the viable system model must give and will give the right answers. In 2012, I published my PhD thesis, and this is only one example of how I tried to make the understanding of the viable system model in terms of the visualizations a little bit easier. And we face right now the AI revolution. It's not a futuristic concept. It's happening right now. And companies are changing in the inside and have to face the change in the outside. And I would like to, open your minds or discuss something. How can we apply the first fundamentals of the viable system model to this new AI world? And I would say we have to think about how do we manage the way from AI augmentation in organizations to an AI-driven organization. And what you see here is on the x-axis, the focus on the system one perspective of the viable system model, and on the y-axis, the systems 2 to 5. And just to make it a little bit easier in in cutting the elephant in smaller pieces, I will focus on these 4 quadrants on the next charts. And starting with this one, I called it Analog Fortress. So this is an organization we know right now. It's mainly operating in traditional models with the value. The value is created by people. It's human-driven system one, and all the other systems in the viable system model are also mainly driven by humans. So this is the form of organization we all know really good. Status quo, I would say. So now we shift what's intuitive to the next evolutionary step. So what would change if on system one level we would see more AI in an organization? One could argue that it's perhaps most likely that humans will stay and be in the lead, and it's about how to lead AI agents doing the work inside of companies and doing and organizing the production and so on, and creating value. But I would say this is only the first step, because we have also, and I will come to this within the next charts, we have also think about what would be if AI will take the lead and AI will lead humans. And now you could argue, hey, Jan, nice, but that's never ever happening that human will be led by AI. Okay, then I would answer, perhaps some of you are wearing an Apple Watch. I'm a huge fan of the Apple Watch, and sometimes it's happening that the Apple Watch makes a ping and says, hey, Jan, it's time to stand up. So, and then Jan is standing up. So only an example with a blink of an eye, yeah, but this is a situation where an algorithm tells a human, hey, stand up. And there is a lot things are happening in the field of behavioral nudging, how to get the right impulse for the next intention into humans. So I would say we have to think this way through. What do we have to do if AI will take the lead over humans? But I will come to this. So in this quadrant here, yeah, so I called it AI-led assembly or efficient executors. It's about the leadership is mainly driven by humans. The execution is mainly driven by AI. Then, and I mentioned it, what would happen if we face an organization called synthetic strategists? So AI will be in the leadership roles. We will face manual value creation. And this might happen in businesses like, don't know, perhaps professional service firms, yeah, or in the marketing business, something like this. And last but not least, a bit provocative, the cyborg machine, yeah, fully AI-driven organization, autonomous systems, no culture, no failure. Everything in the company is AI-driven, yeah. If we would model this company with a viable system model on every recursion level and in every system, the main functions of these systems would be provided and would be, yeah, driven by AI, yeah. And this might be companies where trust and stability may erode, and there we would have to, yeah, be really careful in the system design, yeah, to set these organizations right up in the best way. So short-term focus, I would argue we should focus on this field because, yeah, it's a way to go to face a world with only cyborg machine organizations, but we'll never know. So business is changing and evolving very fast. AI is coming, and leadership more than ever is challenging, faces challenges like in a technical, ethical, and cultural way. And I'm really happy to see a lot of viable system model experts. So I don't have to go into the details of the VSM, but yeah, if we threaten AI as more than only a tech issue, yeah, then we need a new form of, yeah, modeling organizations, and we need a framework for a holistic view from the strategy perspective over the people, processes, and so on. And I would say the first thing is that leadership will shift in this world from a, yeah, control-focused perspective to a perspective of enabling systems. Yeah. with a viable system model, we will be able to cover all critical functions, and perhaps in the era we are in, it's the best model of balancing adaptability and change. And some thoughts from my side, how could, perhaps would, AI change workforce dynamics, and what could be inside the different systems of the viable system model. So system one, I talked about it. AI is used in daily work. Just imagine this scenario. Everywhere in the companies, we will gain huge impact in terms of efficiency, speed, and so on. And all the data-driven tasks are handled by AI. And what will happen from the cultural perspective, from an employee perspective? We will face fears of job disruption and a huge demand on upskilling. And leadership has to ensure that they support employees through this change and promote human work and think about new ways of teamwork between humans and AI. And I would say human permanently overseeing what are the operations of your organization will shift to more kind of exception handling. And looking at the key aspects of system 2, I would say that it's one of the first steps of the rise of AI in the world of the VSM will be the system 2 perspective. So to focus on all the synchronization perspective, and from smart scheduling over communication and so on. I would say the main shift we will face from an employee perspective is that we will shift from a meeting-driven synchronization in organizations to an ambient and permanently synchronization. And it will be more like a real-time organization and synchronization. System 3, AI provides real-time data for management, instantly, anytime, everywhere, intelligent dashboards. And from a human perspective, we have to enforce our governance and accountability. And perhaps on the system 3 level, we will see really some AI agents who will lead the human oversight. And perhaps if we imagine an organization with which is mainly AI driven, then we might face, because AI won't make mistakes, an organization with zero mistakes. And it won't be about managing mistakes or setting up a failure-orientated culture, something like this, because there won't be any mistakes anymore. So I can tell you how it will be. I just want to ignite some thoughts about how it could be possibly. I would say on the system level 4, there is a tremendous potential for AI. So analyzing the environment, analyzing trends, permanently war gaming your strategy against your competitors and so on. So just if you imagine a scalable strategy department, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, an agentic AI strategic team. Brilliant. Yeah. And you could, from a strategy perspective, continuously sensing and simulating all the stuff you need. Yeah. And yeah, enrich your decisions with AI from a strategic perspective. I would say this would or could be really easy to set up. And now we are coming, sorry, to the system 5. And yeah, will be about building the AI soul of the company, yeah, over all the recursion levels. And from a human perspective, to ensure the leadership unity on the AI transformation, but also to, yeah, make clear what is AI allowed to do in the organization and what not. Yeah, what are the values or the ethics the AI has to follow, and not easy. And I would say this is the most important part of becoming an AI-driven organization. So just let me have a quick look on the time. Okay, we are good on track. So to become an AI organization, AI-driven organization, from my point of view, the most important issue is trust. We will face massive reskilling and upskilling, which is needed from the employee side. And we will see new roles and future career path we are right now not imagining. Yeah, I would say we have to establish the mindset AI everywhere for everyone. And also leaders must develop new skills, a new form of growth mindset. And I hope more and more leaders will be open to learn the viable system model and learn how to apply it in your daily work. And yeah, it will be about combining the strength of AI with the strength of humans. And then I would say we have everything we need to build these viable and continuously AI-driven learning organizations. And it's only a snapshot, yeah, not a brief overview, just to give you one example of how it could be between AI responsibility and human oversight. Yeah, a wrap up that on the execution level, system 1, yeah, the AI responsibility could be autonomously perform tasks, and the human oversight would be human set the initial rules and override failures and something like this. And on the system 2 level, AI ensures stable multi-agent interaction. Yeah. So you would set up an AI agent on the system 2 level who coordinates all the executed orientated agents in the system 1 world. And yeah, perhaps humans will define the inter-agent priorities. Yeah. On system 3, as an example, resource management, AI will automatically allocate resources much more efficiently than humans today, and humans will set only the limits on the AI autonomy. Yeah, system 4, I talked about this. AI analyzes future scenarios and self-improves permanently depending on how the competitors are shifting their strategies, and humans have to validate permanently the strategic AI decisions. And on a system 5 level, AI follows programmed ethical constraints, and humans ensure that the AI remains aligned with values, manage the hallucinations, and so on. And therefore, An implementation plan could be, define the systems and the recursions level orientated to the AI roles and leadership functions. Start with system 1, then set up system 4, and then permanently test, iterate, scale on the system 1 levels. For me personally, looking to the future and what AI will change, it will be about building the way AI alongside humans. And how can AI enhance human wisdom? And leadership is about trust. Trust is a foundation, and for AI, it's hard to establish trust. If you communicate with an AI, there is no trust, and people sense it if you don't communicate with authenticity, So empathy, communication, this is really for humans in the future. AI can augment communication, but I would say it will be very difficult to replace deep emotionally human connection. But obviously AI will be better in becoming faster and effective in execution. And we have to combine this and align this. And from a leadership perspective, I would say on the capability side, it's to be able to make the shift from command to coordinate, become really engaged into AI, into cybernetics, into viable system model. And you also, as a leader of a business, have to face new challenges for your management capabilities, because AI is about scaling execution. It's about reinvest underutilized resources, enforce your implementation of AI, build up the right way to manage your AI use cases. And big picture, perhaps human leadership will focus on wisdom, empathy, communication in the future. AI and humans will meet in the middle in the field of managing tasks, and the execution and the intelligence will be in the hands of the AI. And coming to the end, I would say leaders of today will be the last generation of leaders who only lead humans. And perhaps we will see the first generation of humans who will be led by AI agents, born in the past, made for the future. The viable system model, from my point of view, is more than ever the architecture of resilience in the age of AI. Now you're 50 minutes away from your lunch break. I'm really happy to get your questions, feedback, and so on. If you want, let's connect on LinkedIn, drop me an email. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.